experiment this morning. I'm going a different route to work. I've tested this yesterday afternoon when I came from work home. 98.3% as every morning. Yeah, as I said, I tested this yesterday afternoon. The route doesn't go over the highway, it goes a little bit further north. And look at this, my EV range has increased to 38 kilometers on the gasometer. And always, when I drive to work and come back, I always have 36 in the morning. Always. Now I can't get the Watchdog to work anymore. I need to reset everything. Reset the OBD, reset the dog. Let's go. So the range prediction, sorry if you're not straight here, in the range prediction of the car has gone up by 2 kilometers. So this route is small, a little bit north. I'll show you in a second. It leads through all the farms over Lake Clarendon, along the state school over there, and bypasses the highway completely. Of course, it is a little bit further. Around now, it is exactly 12% longer. But I've compared the Watchdog, the trip cards last night from other trips I made before, from these 150 million trip cards I have, and compared the trip from work to home with the one yesterday, and I have used 20% less energy on this trip. So 12% further, 12% longer trip, but 20% less energy, because I'm not using the highway. And I got the consumption down to only 16 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. From around 20 when I use the highway. So significantly less energy. Beautiful weather. We are going over this little bridge here, over the creek. This is usually flooded completely here. When we have rain, this way is not accessible at all. There's 1.5 meters of water on this bridge. So yeah, this is already a 100 kilometer zone here, but as I know, I'll take it easy. I'm late anyway for work. And we are driving through all this farmland. So we now have arrived after 17.5 kilometers, so 2.5 kilometers longer, and the battery gauge 51 in the cockpit, we have used 10.7 ampere hours, and this totally proves me wrong now, because we always use 10.7 ampere hours. I have to compare this with another trip card. I did the first test last night, but this was the way home, and the way to work and back home are always different for some reason. It's the same distance, and the same way. And there's no elevation, but there must be something different. I think it's the wind which comes from the west. Anyway, we have
much later.
So, and we are going to drive the same different route back home now, not taking the highway, and see what kind of energy consumption we get back home, because it will be different. For some reason it's different. So we have now driven 7 kilometers and the gasometer is 7 kilometers down as well. So all good so far. We've been overtaken by 2 vehicles so far. No problem. Nice. Excellent. So back home, 17.4 kilometers. Okay, let's compare these trips together and see what we are up to. So 68% almost state of charge left. That is pretty good. Temperatures 23, 24. Yeah, the battery temperature is not rising that much anymore now on this slower drive, of course. Can you hear that? The beeping for the seatbelt stops after a while. You just need to wait long enough. Oh my god. Okay, let's do the comparison. Okay guys, let's go through the trip cards very quickly. I know there's a lot of data. On the left hand side you can see the highway trip card, and on the right hand side is the non-highway trip card where I took the detour. So this is from home to work and back. This is the whole commute over the day, 30.6 kilometers all in total, or 35 if I'm not taking the highway. The speed 51.7, 47.6 is the average, so a little bit slower, not too much slower. Okay, so in average I have less than 1% glide time on the highway and 16% glide when I use when I don't use the highway. So, and here the interesting part is 6 kilowatt hours for my commute every day, 6.5 on the detour route. So of course we are driving further, we're using more energy. Even we are using less energy as a kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer consumption. This is 19.6 and 18.6. Okay, so far these trip cards I want to show you. So the overall problem is, so as you can see, this is about let's say this is about 5 kilometers further, and this would results in 1100 kilometers more on the odometer. 1100 kilometers is a lot. That's a lot. So I'm not sure, and you can see from the figures, it's not really that much saving in energy at all because of the longer distance. The only optimization, the only thing I can see with this, which makes totally sense, is the battery health. With a non-highway route, I'm putting far less stress on the battery because I'm driving slower. I don't have these high peaks while braking, while regenning, while accelerating. It's a far smoother experience for the battery, so to speak. The current through the battery is far less on the detour. I will talk about the battery health and what you should look for in a future video coming out soon. So this would be an advantage to use the non-highway drive. It takes me 5 minutes longer. I'm driving 5 kilometers further each day. It uses almost the same energy. So from an economic perspective, it does not make sense to drive the detour. From a battery health perspective, it makes sense to do that. Yeah, so this was just my test for this week. I just wanted to see if it makes sense to take another route to go to work and what actually the difference is. Okay guys, so far, thanks for watching, thanks for your support. This is Andy from Unplugged EV Australia, signing off. You stay charged and we see us in the next video. Okay, thank you, bye bye.